tough to find obstacles today. Yeah. Very hard. Everybody's got makeup games? I think so. We're taking advantage of a nice day when it's done.
Well, 4 teams had games scheduled non-conference.
Right.
You're about 2 minutes out before you have to press your first button.
What time did some of you guys leave? 15? What time? 2:15, I think.
Time now for the Bullpen Show, where we get a chance to warm up for today's Colfax Viking Baseball game. Now, let's head out to the bullpen.
Hello, and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and today we're getting ready to bring you the conclusion of the suspended game between the 2-5 Colfax Vikings and the 2-7 Durand Arkansaw Panthers, who are 2-5 in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference, and that'll be followed by the regularly scheduled complete game. Now, this suspended game was originally scheduled for last Monday, but wet fields kept that from happening. The Vikings are coming off a 3-1 loss to the Mondovi Buffaloes last week Thursday, while the Panthers are coming off a 10-0 non-conference loss to the Fall Creek Crickets on Tuesday. Nearly all of the action in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference scheduled for yesterday has been postponed due to the widespread rains in the area, including the Vikings matchup with the Spring Valley Cardinals, which has been rescheduled to May 14th. Now, coming up in today's Bullpen Show, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Vikings and the Panthers. Then we'll get to know one of the Viking players in Viking Profile. Then we'll send it out to the ballpark for some exciting high school boys baseball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to the Bullpen Show on NLWN-TV.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Welcome back to the Bullpen, where we're getting warmed up for today's baseball action. We'll begin with the conclusion of the Dunn-St. Croix Conference matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Durand Arkansaw Panthers. Now, this game was suspended back on April 4th in Durand. The game was tied at 6-6 after 8 innings. On account of darkness, the game had to be stopped. So this game will resume with the top of the 9th inning with the Vikings as the visiting team, since the original game was being played in Durand. Now, the game will resume with the same lineup as when the game ended. However, each team may make some substitutions, but any substitutions are treated as if they were in-game substitutions. Now, following the conclusion of that game, today's regularly scheduled game between the Vikings and the Panthers will be played, this time with the Vikings as the home team. Now, coming into the game, the Vikings are coming off a 3-1 loss to the Mondovi Buffaloes last Thursday, while the Durand Arkansaw Panthers are coming off a 10-0 non-conference loss to the Fall Creek Crickets on Tuesday. In the Vikings game against Spring Valley, the Vikings took a 1-0 lead in the first inning and then rode the impressive pitching of Mason Yarrington to keep the game close. But they just couldn't get the bats going enough to overcome the 3 runs scored by the Buffaloes. Leading the way at the plate for the Vikings in that game against the Buffaloes was senior Zach Hedela, who went 1 for 3, including driving in the Vikings' only run. Picking up the only other hit for the Vikings was Orion Nichols, who also went 1 for 3. Yarrington was tagged with the loss in spite of a strong performance from the mound. He threw 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, neither of which were earned, on 3 hits and striking out 7. Now, like the Vikings, the Panthers are trying to get back to the 500 level. This season, the Panthers are being led at the plate by senior Cody Brunko, who's hitting at a .333 pace. Also contributing for the Panthers is Aiken Fuentes, who's hitting at .273. In addition, showing power for the Panthers is Jacob Paschal, who's provided the only triple for the Panthers this season, as well as 2 doubles. Now, on the mound, Durand Arkansaw is being led by Brunko, who's given up 15 earned runs in 21 2/3 innings for an ERA of 4.85, while striking out 21 and walking 16. He currently sports a whip of 2.03. Also contributing on the mound for the Panthers is sophomore Brett Breedung, who has an ERA of 6.00 in 16 1/3 innings. On the season, leading the Vikings at the plate is senior Cade Anderson, who's hitting .286 with an on-base percentage of .444. He's followed by Grant Cook, who's batting .263 with 2 doubles and a home run. Orion Nichols is also built at a home run with an on-base percentage of .417. On the mound, Yarrington is leading the way for the Vikings with a 2-win and 2-loss record and a 1.77 ERA. He struck out 34 opponents in 23 2/3 innings pitched with a whip of 1.23. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Viking players on Viking Profile. You're warming up in the bullpen on NLWN-TV.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. And now Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Mason Yarrington, a senior here at Colfax High School. And Mason, we know you play baseball, but what are some other activities you're involved with at school?
I played basketball here, and I'm in NHS.
Okay. And when did you start playing baseball, and what kind of an experience has that been for you?
I started playing baseball before I can even remember, and I've just loved it. Baseball is great. I love everything about it.
It gets in your blood, and there it is.
Yep.
Okay. What's the most important thing that you've learned playing baseball?
You got to you got to be short-minded. You got to move on to the next play, and you can't let things compound and get worse.
Something handcuffs you, the play doesn't work, and if you let it fester, it's only going to get worse, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. When you're not playing baseball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
I like to play video games. I like to go hunting and fishing.
Okay. All right, rapid fire questions. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Pie.
What kind?
My grandma's apple pie.
All right, now I think I've asked you this before. When are you bringing a slice of that to be sampled?
It'll have to be coming.
All right, hot dogs, brats, or burgers?
Burger.
And what do you want on that burger?
Cheese, bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
Okay, pretty nice burger, actually. Favorite color and why?
Blue. It was just my favorite when I was a kid.
Okay. All right, might as well still be then.
Yeah.
All right, if you had a superpower, what do you think that superpower might be?
Super speed.
Super speed. Makes it easier to steal bases.
Yep.
Okay. And of course, if you have super speed for a superpower, you have to have a superhero name to go with that. So what's Mason's superhero name?
The Slim Reaper.
The Slim Reaper. Yep, okay, I'll go with that. Is there a baseball player in history that's affected the way you play your game?
I would say I like watching Christian Yelich play, so I try to model my game after him.
Just plays with a lot of hustle, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Yeah. What was the first major league game that you ever attended?
It was probably a Brewer game when I was really, really little.
Do you remember anything from it? Any specific memories?
I don't remember it, but my parents said we sat next to the bullpen, and I just watched the bullpen the entire time.
Hey, you know, there's interesting stuff that goes on in there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. We're talking with Mason Yarrington today on Viking Profile. And Mason, what are your plans for after high school?
I plan to go to college at UW-La Crosse.
Okay, and how about a shout out to the family?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa. Hope you guys are enjoying the game.
So when people do come to Viking games, where are they going to find you out on the field?
I'll be playing shortstop and pitching.
Okay, very good. We want to thank Mason Yarrington for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more of the Bullpen Show.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
C&K Construction is your source for high-quality concrete and construction work in the Chippewa Valley. Established in 2014, C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls is a leading concrete contractor proud to serve Eau Claire, Altoona, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Specializing in concrete construction, excavating, flatwork poured walls, and much more, they're right for all of your concrete needs. Call C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls at 715-559-1335.
Welcome back to the Bullpen Show. Today the Vikings will take on the Durand Arkansaw Panthers in a conclusion of a suspended game and a regularly scheduled Dunn-St. Croix Conference matchup. Therefore, the results of today's action may have a major impact on the Dunn-St. Croix Conference race. Now, taking a look around the Dunn-St. Croix Conference, yesterday the rains came and forced postponement throughout the conference, including the Spring Valley Cardinals at the Vikings, the Elmwood Plum City Wolves at the Durand Arkansaw Panthers, the Glenwood City Hilltoppers at the Elk Mound Mounders, and the Boyceville Bulldogs at the Mondovi Buffaloes. Now that leaves the Dunn-St. Croix Conference standings as follows. In first place are the Elk Mound Mounders with a perfect 8-0 record. In second place, we find the Mondovi Buffaloes just a half a game back at 8-1. In third place are the Boyceville Bulldogs, just 2 games back. In fourth place and 4.5 games out are the Spring Valley Cardinals. Fifth place finds the Glenwood City Hilltoppers at 3-6 and 5.5 games back. In a tie for sixth place are the Colfax Vikings and the Durand Arkansaw Panthers at 2-5 and 5.5 games off the lead. And eighth place belongs to the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Now today, the game with the Vikings hosting the Panthers is the only Dunn-St. Croix Conference game on the schedule. Now 4 Dunn-St. Croix Conference teams are stepping out of conference play for some non-conference action tonight. The Elk Mound Mounders will host the St. Croix Central Panthers, while the Boyceville Bulldogs welcome the Prairie Farm Panthers. The Spring Valley Cardinals travel to Ellsworth, and the Elmwood Plum City Wolves journey to Clear Lake to face the Warriors. Now the Vikings, even though they came up short against Mondovi, are trying to build on their strong performance and hopefully get their bats to heat up. Well, the Panthers are also trying to heat up their bats as they were only able to muster 2 hits against the Fall Creek Crickets. In addition, last season, the Vikings and the Panthers split their 2 games, with both games being played in Colfax. So the stage is set for some exciting high school baseball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on NLWN-TV. In just a moment, I'll join our broadcast crew at Colfax High School as we bring you all the action of today's Dunn-St. Croix Conference battles between the Colfax Vikings and the Durand Arkansaw Panthers. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to The Bullpen Show on NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Yeah, I think one of the things us veterans are hoping for is soon the cabin will be built.
It's going to be amazing to be able to come to a place like this and stay at a cabin with amazing people, animals, a view, and get away from it all.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin, giving Wisconsin veterans and their families a much-needed escape in the Northwoods. Donations of any amount are encouraged, and sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
You've been tuned to The Bullpen Show, where we've had an opportunity to get warmed up for today's Colfax Viking baseball game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking Baseball.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Colfax Vikings baseball is on the air.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, runner on second. Hidela delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, along with Colfax High School, proudly present today's Colfax Vikings baseball game.
Swing, strike, but the ball gets away and in to score, and a walk-off victory for the Vikings on a wild pitch.
Now, it's out to the ballpark and today's Colfax Viking baseball game.
And good afternoon, and welcome to Colfax High School, where today we have a kind of a interesting situation. Am I getting an echo? Are you hearing an echo?
A little bit.
I'm here with Joe Doucette, Ann Monroe on the computer, Dan Petchow up on the camera, and we're going to bring you the Colfax Vikings taking on the Durand Arkansaw Panthers. And it's a little different today because we're going to start with the conclusion of the suspended game from back on April 4th. It just got too dark to finish the game because they went into extra innings. And the Vikings just about had the game won. They were within the last strike of winning the game in regulation, and Durand came through and tied the game in the bottom of the 7th. And, well, it started getting dark, and it's going to be the top of the 9th inning when we start today. And the Vikings in this first game, for lack of a better term, they'll be the visiting team, even though we're here at Colfax, because that game that was suspended was in Durand. So, Joe, run through that lineup real quick for this first game.
You bet, Rick. For Colfax Vikings, led by Coach Kirk Sikra, they'll be starting in the 4 spot in the order, and that's Zach Hidela, and he'll be playing shortstop. Following him is Orion Nichols. He's batting in the 5th spot, and he'll be playing first base. After him is Caleb Bailey in the 6th spot. He'll be playing second base. Then Brady Elmer in the 7th spot. He'll be the designated hitter. In the 8th spot is Grant Cook, and he will be playing third base. In the 9th spot is Connor Arntzen, and he will be playing left field. When they get to the top of the order, it'll be Drew Beekner. He will be catching. Cade Anderson will be batting second. He will be playing center field. And Mason Yarrington batting third. He will do the pitching. Durand in the bottom of the 7th. They will start with their 7th person in the order, Landon Lundstrom. He will be playing second base. Aiken Fuentes, he will be batting 8th and he'll be catching. Luke Weber will be batting 9th and he will be playing left field. Brady Weber will be pitching and he will be in the first spot and he will be playing first base. He will be followed by Jackson Weiss, who will be in center field, and Brett Breedong, he will be playing first base. Then Cody Brunko, he will be batting in the 4th spot, and he will be playing shortstop. Jacob Paschal, he will be batting in the 5th spot and playing third base. And Trace Olson will be the designated hitter in the 6th spot. Tie game 6-6.
And so, yeah, we want to make it really clear. This game picks up exactly where it left off, same lineups. And I know the Vikings made a lineup change that really is taken care of, just as if it were a change made during the game. It's just, actually look at it this way, it's a long time between halves of the inning.
Yeah.
They took a long break between innings there. And so we have Connor Arntzen going out to right field instead of Austin Coates, who was out there when the game was down in Durand. Vikings had this game pretty well in hand, jumped out on top real early, and then Durand just would not go away and kept chipping away, and finally coming back and tying the game up in the bottom of the 7th. And so here we are in the top of the 9th inning. As we get ready for the Panthers to take the field, why don't we take this time out on NLWN-TV.
Kyle's Market in Colfax, locally owned since 2007 and is a proud supporter of Colfax High School scholarship and athletics. Kyle's meat department is second to none and they're known for their homemade smoked meats. Don't forget the fresh veggies, cheese, and frozen foods. Kyle's Market has got it all. Kyle's Market is your hometown market where customer service is supersized. They'll even carry your groceries out to your car. That's Kyle's Market in Colfax.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Sunday, May 5th, as the Cavaliers take on the Osseo Merchants from Carson Park. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 12 noon, followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV on Sunday, May 5th.
And we're back here at Colfax High School as we're getting ready to get this one underway. The managers and the umpires just had their meeting at home plate, and managers are talking with their teams, and Durand is going to get ready to take the field.
Yeah.
We'll be ready for some baseball. Breezy, sun-splashed day here at Colfax. Quite an improvement over earlier this week.
Yeah, beautiful day. Beautiful day. I wish the wind would die just a touch, but...
Yeah, we're chasing papers all over the place in here.
Yeah, but I think both teams need a win badly, and it should be a heck of a game.
You made a comment earlier in this game, speaking of the wind, which is kind of blowing in from right field. If anybody hits one out of the ballpark today, we should do a steroid test on them right away.
Yeah, it'd be tough unless it dies a little bit, but...
It's not exactly a long poke here at Colfax, but that wind is pretty stiff.
Yeah.
Well, I see a lineup change already for Durand Arkansaw.
Okay.
Carlin Pfeiffer is out in right field. He's number 11. I don't think there's any others. Well, now wait a second. Yeah, that's correct. As I'm taking a look around, the infield is as I had it, and Weiss is not playing center field. Berger is out there in center field. So, defensively for the Durand Arkansaw Panthers, Fuentes is behind the plate. Pechol is at third. Brunko is at short. Lindstrom at second. Brady Weber is at first. Bredung on the mound. And in the outfield, it's Luke Weber, Berger, and Pfeiffer going from left to right. We're in the top of the ninth inning. Nobody out, nobody on. And leading off for the Vikings is going to be Zach Heedela.
Good guy to start with.
He is.
Yeah.
He's been in a little bit of a hitting funk earlier this year.
He's too good a player to. I think he's going to really take off here when the weather gets nice.
Which is exactly what it has done today.
Yeah.
He's raised his batting average up. He was down below 100 for quite a while. He's up to 333 now. And the pitch, that's high for a ball. Bredung was on the mound at the end of the game on the fourth. High pop foul out of play.
You know, a big key would be for Zach to get on here, Rick.
Taking a quick look here at Bredung's pitching. And there's a called strike. He's starting his fourth inning of work. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, counts even at 2-2. Six to 6, we're in the top of the ninth inning. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Bredung looks in, and the payoff pitch. Foul back out of play, straight back.
Yeah, good swing.
You know, Joe, they say the difference between a foul ball like that goes straight back and one that goes over the center field fence is just a fraction of an inch.
Yeah, I used to hit them backwards. Yeah.
Another foul out of play. Yeah, I could never get the ball out of reverse either. I think it had a stuck transmission. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to third, underneath the glove of Pechol, and rounding first and staying there is Zach Heedela.
I'll let you score that one.
I think that's an error on Pechol.
Yeah, I do too.
It went right under his glove. You know, I know you've heard this before, Joe, but back in the day when I used to coach little guys in baseball, I would tell those infielders the part of your glove that should be worn out the most is the back of the fingers.
Yeah, I gotta stay down, yeah.
Scraping the dirt.
Yeah, a lot easier to move your glove up than it is down.
Heedela takes off on the pitch, throw to second, and it's a little wide of the mark. Heedela is safe at second. So Heedela gets a stolen base. Ryan Nichols at the plate. The first pitch was high for a ball. Bredung delivers. Pop up out into center field. Moving into left fielder makes the catch. Luke Weber on the catch. That's going to bring up Caleb Bailey.
Yeah, again, I don't think there's no easy plays up in the air, Rick, with that wind. You got to stay with them. And
yeah, I thought for sure that was heading right to the center fielder, and it drifted right over to the left fielder.
Yeah, Weber made a nice play.
High and away for ball one to Caleb Bailey. Bailey is 0 for 1. He's walked 3 times in this game. He scored a run. Of course, that was back on April 4th. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss. Counts even at 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. And it falls in for a base hit. Hedela rounds third. He's going to try to score. And Hedela comes in to score. And Bailey moves over to second on the throw to the plate. So give Bailey credit for a single.
Yeah. Big hit by Caleb Bailey.
And then he went to second on the throw to the plate. But that's a very big run for the Vikings to start this game off. Or to finish this game up one way or the other. Swing and a miss on a high fastball by Brady Elmer. Elmer's 0 for 2. He's also walked and was hit by the pitch. Fouls that one back out of play.
Looks like Breedung is just coming after him. A lot of fastballs. And
here's the pitch. Strike called, and Elmer goes down looking. That's the second time he's gone down looking. 2 down now in the top of the 9th inning. Brings up Grant Cook. Cook is 0 for 3. Struck out twice, popped out to the shortstop, but he did walk and score.
Yeah, I think he's, in this last month, he's grown as a hitter for a freshman, Rick, and has gotten some big hits for the Vikings.
Breedung delivers, foul back out of play. Breedung delivers. That's at the knees for a strike.
Yeah, that was a good pitch.
And there's another pop foul out of play. The umpire's running out of baseballs. We've got Steve Kent and Kent Stelter out there. Joe, I'm not sure which one's which. Ground ball over towards short. Scooped up there, throw over to first, and in time.
That was a good play. Good play.
Brunko to Weber for the putout.
Yeah.
But for the Vikings, they scored 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error by the Panthers, and 1 was left on base. So we've played 8.5 innings, and the score is the Vikings 7 and the Panthers 6 on NLWN-TV.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason. Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to take you out to the ballpark for Colfax Viking Baseball. Our next game will be on Monday, May 6th, when the Vikings host the Elk Mound Mounders, weather permitting. Our coverage begins with the bullpen show, where we'll warm you up for baseball action starting at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax High School Baseball on Monday, May 6th.
And for some reason, on our score bug, the outs is not correct. Everything else is. And this, especially the score. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Yep. Big run by the Vikings.
That was a big run.
Yeah.
Taking a look at the Vikings defensively, Drew Beekner behind the plate, Grant Cook at third, Zach Hedela at short, Bailey is over at second, and Ryan Nichols at first, Paulus in left, Anderson in center, Arntzen is out in right, and Mason Yarrington on the mound, and he delivers his first pitch. It's inside for ball one to Landon Lundstrom. Here's the wind and the pitch. That just missed high. 2 balls, no strikes. Strike called at the letters. 2 balls, 1 strike to Landon Lundstrom. Yep. He's 0 for 2. Now it's a 2-2 count. Couple of strikeouts. He did walk and score a run. And that pitch is high.
Yeah. Yeah, big early pitch, Rick. Big early pitch, full count. Don't want him to get on.
Here's the pitch. It's low and away, ball 4. So the tying run is on first, brings up Aiken Fuentes. Fuentes is 0 for 2, struck out twice, hit a sacrifice fly, and walked. Pitch is a little bit high.
Yeah.
2 balls, no strikes.
He's got to come down in the zone just a little bit, Rick.
And the pitch. There's a strike at the letters. Two balls, 1 strike. Yarrington at the belt, and he delivers. Foul back. Counts even at 2-2. Yarrington delivers. Pop up, foul out of play on the right side. Lands harmlessly in the parking lot. Count remains at 2-2. That pitch is high. It gets past Beekner, and down to second base goes Lundstrom. There's the pitch. That one's foul back. Count holds at 3-2. Yarrington at the belt, takes a peek at second and delivers. Fly ball out into right field, but now it drifts in. The wind brought it back into the infield, and underneath it was Bailey to make the catch.
Good play with that wind.
I noticed one of the things Bailey did is he didn't have to come straight in. He turned sideways to the ball so he could judge its left to right action. Foul chopped at the plate to Luke Weber. Weber is 0 for 3, but he's gotten on 3 times. An error at shortstop, an error at first base, and then he grounded short to first, and then he drew a walk.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike to Luke Weber. 1 out, 1 on. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to third. Picked up, and no, he cannot pick it up cleanly. Cook tried to scoop it to make the throw, and the ball didn't come with him.
Rick, right off the end of the bat, that thing had a lot of spin on it and turned into a tough play.
So that moved the tying run over to third with Lundstrom. Showing bunt, the pitch is high. Runner goes down to second.
I think we're at the top now with
Brady Weber.
Yeah.
The throw to the plate, and they've got Lundstrom in the rundown, and they got him at third. On a 1-2-5 putout. So there are two down. And Jackson Weiss at the plate. Two down, Vikings up by a run. Tying run on second. Here's the pitch.
Going.
And he takes off for third, and he's there. So the tying run's at third. Winning run for the Panthers is at second. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jackson Weiss. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul down the third baseline. Panthers down to their last strike, but they've been here before.
I think it's 2-1, Rick, but I could be wrong.
No, it's 1-2.
Is it? All right. Huh, you're right. Yep, you're right.
Here's the pitch. Whoa, curveball almost got him.
Great pitch by Yarnton. I think he definitely had him fooled. And
here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and that'll do it for the game. And the Vikings come away with a 7-6 win in the suspended game. The winning pitcher is going to be Mason Yarrington, and the losing pitcher is going to be Brett Breedung. And we'll have that information right after this timeout, as we're going to go to, we'll have a quick download right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Thank you for joining us for today's Colfax Vikings baseball game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. This has been presented for the private listening and viewing use of the tuned-in audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network, LLC, and Colfax High School is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned! Coming up next is Viking Download, where we take a look back at today's Colfax Viking game.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Time now for Viking Download with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, and we're going to have a regularly scheduled game coming up in just a moment, as the Vikings came away winners in the first game tonight, the conclusion of the suspended game by a score of 7-6. That puts the Vikings at 3-5 on the season, and the Durand Arkansaw Panthers at 2-6 in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference. The winning pitcher in this game, extra innings, 9-inning game, winning pitcher was Mason Yarrington. He went 4 innings. He did give up 4 runs. All of those were down in Durand. They were all earned runs. He only gave up 2 hits. He walked 7. And he struck out 6 in those 4 innings. So, pretty good job of relief for Mason Yarrington. The losing pitcher was Brett Breedung. He went 3 1/3 innings. He did give up 1 run. It was not an earned run. He did not, I take that back. He gave up 1 hit, struck out 3 in his work, and he did not walk anybody. So Breedung was effective on the mound, but the Vikings were able to pull out the victory when Zach Hedela got on that error to start off the top of the 9th inning, which is exactly what manager Kirk Secraw was hoping would happen. He knew he had the right part of the lineup coming up. And I know Joe is out trying to get us starting lineups, and it looks like Mason Yarrington is going to be on the mound. It looks pretty much like the Vikings will have the same lineup out there defensively. I'm trying to see who's out in right field out there. And it's Connor Arntzen out in right field. So the Vikings defensively are going to be Beekner behind the plate, Cook at third, Hedela at short, Bailey is at second, and Nichols at first. Yarrington on the mound. In the outfield is Paulus, Anderson, and Arntzen. My guess is the batting order is very likely to be the same. We don't have a lineup yet. I see Joe is still trying to get it taken care of out there on the field. And I'll tell you what, we're going to take a little bit of a timeout here. And as we get ready to get all our information together, and we'll be ready for the start of our regularly scheduled game on NLWN-TV.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
The Phoenix are rising. NLWN-2 and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix semi-pro football. Our next game will be on May 4th when the Phoenix will face the Southern Lakes Blue Devils at Carson Park. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the Northern Lights Football League on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on May 4th.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Yeah.
And we're underway in our regularly scheduled game. Mason Yarrington on the mound for the Vikings, and the pitch is high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Brady Weber.
Yep, Brady Weber.
And he grounds it foul.
Yeah, I see there's one position.
And that pitch is a ball. 2-2 is the count to Brady Weber. Ground ball over to third, scooped up, throw over to first, and a little bit high. He came down and he made the play. Orion Nichols did a nice job of going up to get that one. It was high, but Orion's got some ups in him.
Yeah, very athletic play by Nichols. We've talked about him, one of the upcoming athletes in the school, and he's good at about whatever he does.
That's going to bring up Luke Weber. And the pitch is inside for a ball.
I think if Mason can get ahead, Rick, then that curveball becomes such an important pitch. And, you know, we talked last time about how much we like that curveball.
And there's a strike called. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Yarrington delivers. Pop up foul, straight back. Beekner going back, and he's got it. Beekner tried to strain himself through the backstop, but the ball came down right behind his shoulder, and he stuck his glove up, and there it was.
You know, that's a crazy tough play. You know, he made it look pretty easy, but boy, that's a good play.
Brett Bredung steps to the plate, playing shortstop. Ground ball to Yarrington, spins, throws over to first, and in time in a 1-2-3 inning. So the Panthers go down 1-2-3, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played a half inning, and it's Durand Arkansaw nothing, and the Vikings coming to bat on NLWN-TV.
Kyle's Market in Colfax, locally owned since 2007 and is a proud supporter of Colfax High School Scholarship and Athletics. Kyle's Meat Department is second to none and they're known for their homemade smoked meats. Don't forget the fresh veggies, cheese, and frozen foods. Kyle's Market has got it all. Kyle's Market is your hometown market where customer service is supersized. They'll even carry your groceries out to your car. That's Kyle's Market in Colfax.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Sunday, May 5th, as the Cavaliers take on the Osseo Merchants from Carson Park. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 12 noon, followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV on Sunday, May 5th.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason. Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, starting off the bottom of the first inning for the Vikings. And the first pitch is high to Drew Beekner. And the pitch is outside. Ball 2. Beekner went 0 for 3 in that first game. He also had a sacrifice fly. He was hit by the pitch. And there's a called strike. Counts even at 2-2. Cody Brunko on the mound for the Durand Arkansaw Panthers. That pitch is outside. And a fly ball out into right field. Moving over and making the catch is the right fielder, and I think that's Trace Olson.
That was a nice play by Olson. Wind was pushing that the whole time.
So that's going to bring up Kate Anderson. And that's pop foul down the left field side, out of play. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Chopper or line shot over to third base. And Anderson goes down. It's going to bring up Mason Yarrington. First pitch was a called strike.
Nope, swinging.
Or swinging strike.
Yeah.
And then it's inside for a ball.
Yeah. Bronco looks like he's got a decent curveball when it bends a little bit.
And that pitch is outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch is low and away for a ball. 3 balls and a strike.
Not missing by much, but definitely balls.
And foul tipped. Back into the chest protector of the catcher. Bronco winds and delivers. And that's ball 4. So Mason Yarrington is the first base runner of this game. Brings up Zach Hedela, who started things off for the Vikings.
I'm going to think he's stealing here, Rick, pretty soon.
I would think you're probably right.
Yeah. Coach Sika really likes to run. Yeah, there he goes.
And there he goes, and the ball goes out into center field. Yarrington decides he's going to stay at second. Bronco looks in for the sign, shakes one off. Yarrington has his lead out at second, and the pitch swung on and missed by Hedela. He was out in front of that one.
Yeah, it's that little curveball. Anything that keeps you off balance is a good pitch, Rick.
That's right. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. It's outside for a ball. 2 down, runner on second. Mason Yarrington on second. He takes his lead. There's the pitch. Down low, ball 3. Count goes full to Hedela. And a chopper foul. Yarrington has his lead. Bronco delivers. That's high for ball 4. I thought that was ball 4.
Yeah, ball 3.
Maybe I'm just prognosticating.
Yeah.
I've never been really good at that, though. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into right center field, into the gap.
What a play.
And he made a diving catch.
That's a great play.
Nice web gem there by, I think it was Weiss out in center field. And the Vikings come away with no runs on, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We've played an inning and we have no score on NLWN-TV.
Plumbing problems got you down? Let the skilled folks at H&H Plumbing in Colfax make sure everything is flowing just as it should. Or maybe you're thinking about adding a gas line for a new stove, fireplace, or hot tub. H&H Plumbing can help with that as well. H&H Plumbing in Colfax, established in 2000, has earned a 5-star rating on Angie.com. So, whatever your plumbing needs, call H&H Plumbing in Colfax at 715-962-4155.
NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to take you out to the ballpark for Colfax Viking Baseball. Our next game will be on Monday, May 6th, when the Vikings host the Elk Mound Mounders, weather permitting. Our coverage begins with the bullpen show where we'll warm you up for baseball action starting at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax High School Baseball on Monday, May 6th.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Back here at Colfax High School, heading into the top of the 2nd inning, due up for the Panthers, Cody Bronco, Jacob Paschal, and Aiken Fuentes.
Yeah.
And the first pitch is a ball.
Well, Jackson Weiss saved a run, Rick, with that great play. Did everything right, and that was a heck of a play.
Like I said, that was a web gem.
Yeah.
He laid out horizontal to get that one. Chop foul right at the plate. And the pitch. That one's high. I think that was his curveball that got away from him.
Yeah. He gets it coming down. It's a great pitch.
There's the pitch. Came in with high fastball that time, but it was a little too high. 3 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Fly ball out into center field. Cade Anderson drifts back. He's under it, and he makes the catch. Pretty good contact by Bronco that time, but just put it up in the air, let Cade Anderson get under it. It's going to bring up Jacob Paschal. And there's a ground ball to third, picked up, throw over first in time. Aiken Fuentes to step to the plate for the Panthers.
Rick, I like that Grant Cook for a freshman. He just does some good things, and
the few mistakes that he makes, he's going to take care of in the next couple of years.
Oh yeah, you bet. Yeah.
And most of those have been out of eagerness. The error that he made in the first game. There's that curveball you've been looking for, Joe, right there.
Yeah, he's got a great future, though. Yeah, that's a big pitch for Yarrington.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And the curveball wouldn't break down in that time.
It's a good pitch, so stay away from that middle 0-2.
Well, and you're ahead 0-2. That's a good chase pitch.
Yeah, you bet.
The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball over to third. Cook picks it up, throws over to first, and it's in time for the out. A 1-2-3 inning for Yarrington and the Vikings. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Inning and a half. It's Durand Arkansaw nothing and the Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Derry State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Derry State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The Phoenix are rising. NLWN-2 and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix semi-pro football. Our next game will be on May 4th when the Phoenix will face the Southern Lakes Blue Devils at Carson Park. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the Northern Lights Football League on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on May 4th.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Back here at Colfax High School, Rick Olson, Joe Doucette, and Monroe on the computer. Dan Petchow giving us all the good views. And we're heading into the bottom of the second inning, no score. Ryan Nichols at the plate. And the first pitch from Cody Bronco is a called strike. Nichols doubled in the first game. That pitch is high. It's not quite like a doubleheader. That first game, most of it took place back on April 4th. There's a pop foul out of play, heading towards the Durand bus. There's the wind and the pitch. That's inside.
Yeah.
Counts even at 2-2.
I sure like Nichols, though. He's got a ton of natural.
And
hair.
a swing and a miss for Ryan Nichols. That brings up Grant Cook. And the pitch is a little bit low for a ball. And the pitch, check swing, and it's a called strike.
Yeah. Yeah, I think his bat crossed the plate, Rick. I think that's a good call.
And the pitch, that one is just a little bit lower inside. We have an angle that it's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Plus, I've got a 2-inch pipe raining right through the vision on where that ball went. That one's down in the dirt. Goes back to the backstop. 3 balls and a strike to Grant Cook. And a chopper down to third. Fair ball. Throw over to first. And he's safe. He beat it out. Infield hit for Grant Cook. That's why you always hustle out of that box,
Yeah.
even if you don't get as much of the ball as you were hoping.
Yeah.
That pitch is high and tight to Caleb Bailey.
I think just took a little too much time to get rid of it.
Bailey, the designated hitter. And the ball gets fouled back into the screen.
Yeah, Caleb had that big hit in the suspended game, Rick. And let's see if he can build on that.
And the pitch is outside, throw it on to second. And in safely is Grant Cook. Two balls and a strike. Caleb Bailey. And the pitch. Caught the outside corner for a strike. Counts even at 2-2. And the pitch. Ground ball right back up the middle. Scooped up by the shortstop. Throw over to first. And it's in time.
Nice play by the first baseman.
Good dig there.
Yeah, actually good play by both guys.
Bredung made a tough pickup, but then the throw was down in the dirt and Brady Weber scooped it out.
Yeah, nice play.
It moved Grant Cook over to third, so with two down, pitch is outside for a ball. Connor Artson at the plate. High pop-up, shortstop, Bredung under it, and he makes the catch. So for the Vikings, no runs on one hit, no errors, one left. We've played two, and it's still no score from Colfax on NLWN-TV.
Known for its well-manicured grounds and greens, Whitetail Golf Course is an 18-hole golf course carved into the countryside of northwest Wisconsin. They can host your next golf outing, wedding and reception, reunion, birthday, anniversary or other social event. On Friday nights, come out to Whitetail for their famous Friday night fish, shrimp and chicken dinner served from 5 to 9 every Friday evening through October. Conveniently located between Colfax and Elk Mound, Whitetail Golf Course is just a 15-minute drive from both Eau Claire and Menominee.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
I don't know.
And the first pitch to start the third inning is a ball. And it's a strike called. This is Trace Olson at the plate. And the pitch swung on and missed. Strike two. Two balls, two strikes, and the pitch is a called third strike to Trace Olson. Josh Wolf steps to the plate. He's a designated hitter. Joe, take a look out there. See if that's a number 2 out there at second base. A ground ball. Cook throws over to first, and it's in time.
Yep, it's Connor. Yep.
Okay, Connor Artson is at second.
Yep. Grant Paulus is out in left field.
And Palowitz must be in right then.
Yep.
Fly ball to center field. Kate Anderson is under it, and he makes the catch. 9 up, 9 down for the Durand Arkansaw Panthers. And after 2.5, it's no score on NLWN-TV.
American Yard Restoration, now serving the Colfax area. American Yard Restoration specializes in landscaping services, snow removal and fence installation. Emergency services are available. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call for a free estimate. That's American Yard Restoration at 715-217-3031.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depressing stuff.
That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
We're going to head into the bottom of the third inning. No score. Due up for the Vikings is Grant Palowitz, and then back to the top of the order with Drew Buechner and Kate Anderson. Grant Palowitz out in right field for the Vikings. There's a strike called right at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. He was a little bit underneath that one because it was a good pitch.
Good swing. Yeah, he can really run. I hope he puts it in play here.
There's the wind and the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out into center field, right field, and going over, making the catch out in right field is Olson for the first out.
Another good play.
Back to the top of the order, Drew Buechner. Buechner flew out to right his first time up.
Yeah. Good at bat by the young Palowitz, so he hit it pretty hard.
Pitch is inside for a ball.
You know, we talked last time that, you know, he's kind of the catalyst. He gets on, he runs, and I sure like him at the top of the order.
And there's a ground ball over to short. Scooped up there, throw over to first, and they got him.
Nice play.
Breedung over to Brady Weber for the putout. That's going to bring up Kate Anderson, who lined to the third baseman. In some respects, he's got to feel like he got robbed of a base hit that time.
Yeah.
Pitch is low and inside for a ball.
Yeah, but both pitchers, Rick, have done a good job of staying away from the barrel for the most part. And, you know, there hasn't been too many hard hit balls, maybe one or two.
They've both been very efficient with their pitches.
Yeah.
There's the pitch. Strike called. Counts even at 1-1.
Yeah, looks like Bronco's starting to throw a little harder. I think he's getting a little loose and a little warmed up.
There's one that missed inside and missed the catcher's glove. Back to the backstop. 2-1 now is the count to Cade Anderson. Pop foul. And that's into the bleachers. Made a few fans duck out of the way from Durand. That's our cameraman Dan's stomping grounds down there in the Durand and Mondovi area. He's always running for mayor over there. That one's high and missed everything.
I think he'd be a good one.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Cade Anderson. Cody Bronco goes into his motion and delivers. There's a fly ball out into center field, circling under it and making the catch is Weiss. And that's the 3rd out. So nothing across for the Vikings. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and we've played 3. And we still have no score from Colfax on NLWN-TV.
Synergy Cooperative, customer-owned, community-minded. Synergy's customers enjoy a wide variety of services, from C-stores with tire and automotive service, agricultural services including feed delivery or pickup at feed mills, to energy with propane delivery directly to you. Synergy Cooperative's customers receive superior customer service. Synergy Cooperative also strives for a strong and loyal presence in the communities they serve in Northwest Wisconsin. Customer-owned, community-minded. That's Synergy Cooperative, here to serve you.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Back here at Colfax High School. We head into the top of the 4th inning, due up for the Durand Arkansaw Panthers as top of the order. Brady Weber, Luke Weber, and Brett Breedung.
Got a pitcher's duel going, Rick.
You know, I know a lot of people that aren't big fans of pitcher's duels, but
yeah,
I really enjoy watching them. Watch the pitcher try to carve up the plate.
Yeah. You know, when Mason gets ahead, that curveball is effective. And
Pop up. Beekner coming back towards us, and it goes off the screen. No balls and a strike to Brady Weber. Grounded to 3rd last time up. Here's the pitch. Curveball high.
Yeah.
And the pitch. There's a fastball at the knees. And that one got the hitter. Brady Weber took that one in the small of the back. And he takes the journey down to first base. Well, so much for the perfect game.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a mistake. He definitely didn't want to put him on there.
Toss over to first, and Weber got back in safely. This is Luke Weber stepping to the plate. He fouled out to Beekner back by the screen. Shows bunt, throw down to second. And they got him, I think. Nope. They say that he didn't get the tag on. I thought it was there in time, but evidently he got around the tag. And the pitch swung on and fouled. Counts even at 1-1 to Luke Weber. Brady Weber at second. Throw to second, and he gets back. One thing I saw, Joe, in that last swing by Luke Weber when he fouled it off, Brady Weber broke hard, and he wasn't going to slow down until one of the umpires told him to go back.
Yeah.
You don't assume the call one way or the other. You just go
Yeah.
hard. That one just barely missed inside. 2 balls and a strike to Luke Weber. Here's the
There he
pitch.
goes, yeah.
Weber breaks, and we get a foul. Back out of play. So Brady Weber has to go back to second. He'll get his sprints in this way.
I don't think he had a very good jump that time. I think.
Here's the pitch. Foul tip. Beekner can't hang on to it. So the count holds at 2-2. Here's the pitch.
Yeah.
Just missed inside. Count goes full.
Yeah. Here's that situation we talk about. You'd love a double in the gap, Coach Hansen, but a grounder to second, would get him to third. And
here's the pitch. Chopper foul down the first baseline.
There's great at bats and there's good at bats. And
And then when I came up, there were lousy at bats.
Yeah, I've had a few of them too.
Here's the pitch. Pop up foul, straight back. Beekner coming back, and it goes off the screen.
Yeah.
And the pitch. Ground ball, step on first by Nichols. It did move Brady Weber over.
Yeah, I like that at bat for him. He got the runner over to the third and 1 out.
Kirk Seacraw going out to have a talk with Yarrington. It looks like we're going to make a pitching change.
Yeah.
So we'll get that all straightened out for you right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I'm an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
So we come back, and Zach Hedela takes the mound for the Vikings. Basically just switches places with Yarrington. Yarrington went 3 1/3. Gave up no runs. None of them were earned. No hits. No walks. He did hit one batter. That's the only base runner he's allowed on.
Yeah.
And the first pitch by Hedel is a called strike.
Another nice outing by Mason.
And Hedel's pitch is a swing and a miss. Strike two. And the pitch. That just missed.
Yeah, just
one ball,
missed.
2 strikes. It would be fitting if Hedela were to find a way to come in and take the win in this game. Ground ball over towards second. Throw to first in time.
No, he dropped it.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He will get the RBI on that because the run would have scored anyway.
I just had a little tail to it and hit the end of Orion's glove there, but let's see if Drew can throw out a guy here. I think he's going to go shortly too.
There's a pitch. Strike called at the belt. And the pitch. Strike two at the letters. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Fooled him with the curveball.
Yeah, good pitch, good pitch. But it shows you the importance of Luke Weber's at bat, Rick, to get Brady Weber over to third with, less than
right
2 outs and manufacture a run. And
this is Jacob Paschal. Paschal grounded to third his first time up. First pitch was a strike. Curveball missed, not by much.
Yeah, I thought that was a strike, but
yeah, but they don't listen to us anyway.
no. No.
Hedel checks the runner at first, throws. Missed outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he's throwing pretty hard.
And the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. He might have gotten a piece of it. Jacob Paschal at the plate. And the pitch. Strike 3 called.
Nice curveball.
So for Durand, they picked up 1 run on no hits. There was 1 Viking error and 1 left on base. So we've played 3.5, and it's the Durand Arkansaw Panthers 1 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
Menominee Eye and Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Heading into the bottom of the 4th inning, Vikings trailing the Durand Arkansaw Panthers 1-0. Leading off for the Vikings, Mason Yarrington. He'll be followed by Zach Hedela and Orion Nichols. Yarrington drew a walk his first time up, swung at the first pitch for a strike. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. Moving over and making the catch is the right fielder, Olson. That's going to bring up Zach Hedela. Hedela hit that sharp line drive out into right field that Weiss made that great catch on earlier.
Yeah.
He doesn't make that catch, Hedela could still be running.
Yeah, it was a heck of a play. I think he's going to get a base hit here, though, Rick.
And the pitch. Ground ball, and there you go, Joe.
Yeah.
Right between the third baseman and the shortstop, and Hedela checks in at first.
Yeah, sometimes baseball has a funny way of evening things out when...
That's going to bring up Orion Nichols, who struck out his first time up.
I think we're going to run early in the count here, too.
Hedela done getting all of his gloves taken care of, and Nichols steps in. Throw over to first. Hedela back in safely. And the pitch is high for a ball. And Hedela is out going to second. So 2 down, nobody on. Orion Nichols still at the plate with a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch.
Yeah.
Strike called. Thigh high.
Yeah, that Fuentes threw that a lot harder than he had in a couple other ones, Rick. That was a nice throw.
And a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Orion Nichols. And a strike 3 called. So the Vikings push nothing across. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 4, and it's the Durand Arkansaw Panthers 1, Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties in Colfax is a professional property management company that provides affordable housing and homes. They have a friendly professional staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. They also offer duplexes for rent as well as seasonal RV sites in several locations, not to mention self-storage facilities. Please feel free to contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Sunday, May 5th, as the Cavaliers take on the Osseo Merchants from Carson Park. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 12 noon, followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV on Sunday, May 5th.
Yeah, Cavaliers open their season on Sunday, and of course we'll be there to bring all the action of that one to you. Our pregame show is going to start right before noon. I guess that would be Sunday morning. Well, Susan Sarandon did say that baseball is a religion, so.
Yeah.
Hidala delivers a ball to Aiken Fuentes, who grounded to short his last time up. And the pitch. That's outside for a ball. And 2-0 pitch, foul back. Count goes to 2-1. And it's an umpire and on-deck hitter racing for the ball. I've seen turtle races go faster than that. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to second. Scooped up there. Throw over to first. And it's in time. Arntzen to Nichols for the putout.
Yeah.
It's going to bring up Trace Olson, who went down looking his last time up.
Rick, that Connor Arntzen's another, freshman with a lot of potential. He's a very athletic kid. I think he's going to do some good things in a couple sports.
Pitch is high for a ball. Vikings a relatively young team with a pretty fair amount of talent. That pitch just missed outside. And the pitch. That one's low for a ball. 3-0. Heedle looks in for the sign, starts his motion, and the pitch. Strike called at the belt. That's the get me over pitch. 3-1 is the count to Trace Olson. Swing and a miss, strike two. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Hedela came back and got him. He went down 0-3 and came back and got him swinging.
Nice.
That's going to bring up Josh Wolf. Wolf grounded to third his first time up. Curveball missed.
Didn't miss by much.
Swing and a miss. One ball, two strikes. Two down to Josh Wolf. Hedela delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike three. Nice inning that time for Zach Hedela. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 4.5, and it's the Durand Arkansaw Panthers 1 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
New construction in need of plumbing or older plumbing in need of repair, Logslet Plumbing is the one to call, just like these satisfied customers said.
They did all the plumbing in our new build from start to finish. They are dependable, honest, and easy to work with. They even give suggestions for products that are great quality but inexpensive. We put all our trust in Logslet Plumbing, and they did not disappoint.
A highly skilled plumber, I definitely recommend contacting Logslet Plumbing for any and all your plumbing needs.
So give Logslet Plumbing a call at 715-556-1673 and let Logslet Plumbing get your project flowing.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason. Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Back here at Colfax, leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Vikings is Grant Cook, the third baseman. He hustled to beat out an infield hit back in the 2nd inning. There's the pitch. Foul back out of play. And the pitch. That one missed. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a good pitch. Yeah, good pitch.
Missed outside, but
yeah.
It was a good eye by swing and a miss. Strike 2 by Grant Cook.
Yeah. I think Cody looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes, Rick, here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Kind of a soft hit, and it burned the right fielder, got out to the fence. And Cook checks in at second base with a double.
Hit that hard?
It was almost like a check swing hit.
There's that freshman coming through again.
Now Caleb Bailey grounded to short his last time up. First pitch is a called strike. Cook out at second. He's the tying run. Here's the pitch. Pop foul. Straight back.
You know, here's that other bat. Get him to third somehow. Get him to third somehow, Caleb.
And the pitch. That one's in the dirt, and that got him to third because it bounced back to the backstop. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner on third. That's the tying run. Nobody out. And the pitch. Line shot. Foul down the first base line.
Yeah.
That pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cook at third. Bailey at the plate. The 2-2 pitch. Low and away, ball 3. Count is full to Caleb Bailey. Cook taking the lead. And the pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. That brings up Connor Arnson. Arnson popped out to short his last time up. Arnson got just a piece of that one. No balls and a strike with 1 out. Grant Cook on third for the Vikings. Ground ball. No. Pitch is low. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the pitch. Ground ball in the infield, picked up by a third baseman, throw over to first in time. And Cook stayed at third. It's going to bring up Grant Palowitz. Joe, I'm not sure why Cook stayed at third.
Yeah.
They didn't even really try very hard to look him back.
Yeah. Yeah, usually it's a tough thing. You get a lot of times it's first contact. You decide if you're going to go right away. That'd been a heck of a play to get him at home.
It would have.
Yeah.
Grant Palowitz at the plate. Ground ball over to short. Scooped up, throw over to first, and they got him. The first baseman kept his toe on the bag. So for the Vikings, no runs on one hit, no errors, one left. We have played 5 innings, and the score is still Durand Arkansaw 1, Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason. Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to take you out to the ballpark for Colfax Viking Baseball. Our next game will be on Monday, May 6th, when the Vikings host the Elk Mound Mounders, weather permitting. Our coverage begins with the bullpen show, where we'll warm you up for baseball action starting at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax High School Baseball on Monday, May 6th.
So we head to the top of the 6th inning. Durand Arkansaw Panthers on top of the Vikings 1-0.
Two evenly matched teams, Rick. 14 innings of 7-7. Both teams scored 7 runs.
I'm looking at that one run that Durand Arkansaw scored back in the 4th inning. And I'm trying to determine if that's an earned run. He scored on an error, but I think he would have scored anyway. And there was only 1 out at the time. Here's the pitch. It's inside for a ball to Jackson Weiss.
Yeah, that's a great question.
There's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think that's an earned run. Does that adjusts Yarrington's numbers a little bit? He did give up the 1 run.
I would politely disagree, though. I don't think you can get an RBI in an error, but...
There's a foul back over the Durand dugout.
That's a good question.
I don't think the error affected the run scoring. That's why I say I think he still gets it.
You might be right.
And a swing and a miss. So Jackson Weiss goes down on strikes. That's the 3rd strikeout in a row by Zach Edola. Brings up Brady Weber. Speaking of the 1 run, he was hit by a pitch and then came around and scored. And a called strike at the knees.
Yeah, that was probably Mason Yarrington's only mistake, Rick, is just that curveball got away from him. And
a little soft looper over to second and throw over to first, and they got him.
Good play by Connor. I like the way he threw that with a little zip there. He had to throw it hard.
And he played it conservatively.
Yeah.
He could have tried to come in and make the catch on the fly, but he decided to let it bounce, kept his cool, fielded the ball, and threw him out at
Yeah,
first.
good play.
Luke Weber stepping up. He fouled out and grounded to first. And this pitch is a called strike. Swinging at the high pitch, it's a foul ball. He really chased a high one that time.
Yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That just missed outside. That was a good 0-2 pitch, though. That's a good chase me pitch right there.
Yeah.
And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. So for the Panthers, in the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 5.5, and it's the Durand Arkansaw Panthers 1, Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
To be able to do something like that is going to take a lot of people. It's not going to be, 1 or 2 people to put a cabin together like this.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin. Please consider donating. Every dollar received is greatly appreciated and will have a positive impact on the lives of the veterans we serve. Individual, family, and corporate sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
Once the cabin is built, it's just going to be such a relaxing place to go.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
And we have a new rump on the bump for the Durand Arkansaw Panthers. Brett Breedung is on the mound. So Cody Brunko, they just switched positions. Brunko goes over to short.
Brunko did a great job, Rick. He just was...
Yeah, he threw 5 innings. Struck out only a couple, 3.
Yeah.
But kept the ball down in play or routine fly balls.
Yeah. He got better as the game went.
First pitch, caught the knee.
I think if Drew can battle his way on, we can get a run here, but anyway.
Drew Beekner at the plate. Fouls that one back. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's high for a ball. And the 1-2 pitch. Outside. Counts even at 2-2. There's a pop-up. Over towards second, and going over and making the catch is Lindstrom. That's going to bring up Cade Anderson. Anderson is 0 for 2. Redung looking in for the sign. That was just a little bit high. Redung took the loss in the conclusion of the suspended game right before this one started.
Yeah, tough loss, tough loss.
And that's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kate Anderson. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Time was called. Redung looks in, and the 1-2 pitch. Foul back into the screen. Well, I tell you what, Joe, it is a lot nicer to be at a ball game in this weather than it was when it was cold and thinking about being drizzly and so on. This is baseball weather now.
Yeah, it's a nice day.
Pitch is high for a ball. Evens up the count at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Foul back. Anderson hanging tough.
Yeah, he always battles. I really like him. He's one of them 2 seniors you talked about that are just classy kids and good role models for the other ones. And
there's a pitch that's high and away. Count goes full.
Both him and Yarrington play the game the right way.
And the pitch. That's low for ball 4. You battle long enough and you come away with good things.
Yeah, good at bat.
That'll bring up Mason Yarrington, the shortstop. Yarrington's 0 for 1. He flew out to right field his last time up. He's also drawn a walk.
Coach Seeker's MO is to run, but we'll see. Fuentes made a great throw last time and threw out Hidala.
That first pitch was a strike at the belt. Throw over to first. Anderson back in safely.
Looks like he was gonna steal, Rick.
And there's the pitch. Throw down to second. And it skips past the second baseman. Anderson can't go any further, but he does get the stolen base. No balls, 2 strikes to Mason Yarrington. With 1 out, runner on second. That's the tying run. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to first. Stepping on the bag, Yarrington's out, but Anderson is in at third. That's going to bring up Zach Hidala. Hidala's got a base hit. His last time up. Out to left field. Squirted it just between the third baseman and the shortstop.
Nice play by Brady Weber there, Rick, too.
High pitch. Hidala chased it. It was strike 1. And the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Here's the pitch. Hidala pop up out into right field. Coming in hard is the right fielder Olsen. He makes the catch for the 3rd out. So for the Vikings, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We've played 6. We go to the 7th with the Durand Arkansaw Panthers leading the Vikings 1-0.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Derry State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Derry State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit
And we head to the 7th inning. Durand Arkansaw on top 1-0. And a line shot that's going to be knocked down at second, and he's going to beat the throw. I think that's going to be an error on the second baseman, Artson.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it would have been a good play, but...
And we do have a courtesy runner coming in. Dylan Berger is running for Bredung. Cody Bronco steps to the plate. Edel has got to try to hold him down here. And there's a breaking ball strike.
Yeah. Most guys are looking for a fastball first pitch. That's a good pitch.
And the pitch. Fly ball out to right field. Foul ball. You know, when we look down towards right field, we're looking through an awful lot of metal over there. It's kind of hard to tell.
Metal and sun.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. Curveball missed outside.
Yeah, good pitch, though. Good pitch, 0-2.
So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cody Bronco. It's 0 for 2. Curveball foul down the third base line. Bronco flew out to center field and went down swinging. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. So Bronco goes down looking. That's going to bring up Jacob Paschal. Paschal's 0 for 2. Grounded to third and went down looking. Oh, there's a loose ball out on the field. That's why time was called. Retrieved out there by Miles Krajewski or something like that.
Ooh, that's hit hard, Rick.
That's deep. It's off the fence. Ball comes in. Runner turns, tries to head toward the plate. They got him. Oh, my goodness. They called him safe. I could have sworn they got him on the shoulder. And they're going to get some discussion about this. The play at the plate was a close one, but I thought that Beekner got him in the shoulder. And they're saying safe.
Yeah.
So give Paschal an RBI on his double, making the score 2-0.
Yeah, he hit that hard. He hit that hard right into the teeth of the wind, and I think that's a home run any other day.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Nice relay by Yarrington,
and we have a pinch runner coming in. Carlin Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Oh, check that. It's not Pfeiffer. It's Miles Kralewski, I think is how it's pronounced. He's out at second. And there's a called strike. No balls and one strike. And the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike two. One down, runner on second. Gila trying to limit the damage. And the pitch. Check swing, strike three.
Yeah.
So 2 down. Brings up Trace Olson. He struck out twice today. And the first pitch gets past Beekner. So down to third goes. Yeah, Ann told me the pinch runner. I think it's Kralewski. Foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Kralewski on third. Trace Olson at the plate. He's been pretty active out in right field today.
Yeah.
And the pitch. That's a little bit high. Nice stop that time by Drew Beekner, or that would have been a run scored. Two balls, 2 strikes. Strike called. Or now it's 2-2. There I go again, getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, that's all right.
At least it was in the good direction. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The big bending curveball had him all fooled. So 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 Viking error and 1 man left on base. We have played 6 1/2. We head to the bottom of the 7th with Durand Arkansaw up 2-0. Vikings have some work to do on NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform and attracting what you want, you first need to know what your soil is working with. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, serving Western Wisconsin.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
All right. Vikings have some work to do.
Yep, somebody's got to get on.
Ryan Nichols to lead things off. He'll be followed by Grant Cook and Caleb Bailey. Here's the first pitch high for a ball. Brett Bredong on the mound. And that one missed for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Bredong trying to pick up the save. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Foul back. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's the 3rd strikeout for Nichols today. It's going to bring up Grant Cook. He's got a 2-hit day. Infield hit his first time up, then hit a double his second time up. And there's a strike called at the knees. There's the wind and the 0-1 pitch. That's low and away for a ball.
Yeah, I think he's throwing a little harder than he did.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Bredong is just rearing back and throwing now. Yeah. And it's fouled back into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In fact, that double of Cook's was almost like a check swing double.
Yeah.
There's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Yeah.
So Caleb Bailey comes up, representing the final chance for the Vikings.
They got 1 out left. 1 out left.
Game's not over until you get all 21 outs.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this game.
And there's a pitch inside for a ball. Here's the wind in the pitch. And there's a strike called.
Yeah, he's throwing much harder now.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball.
Wow.
That didn't miss by very much.
No.
Bredong winds and fires. Fouled back. Caleb Bailey 0 for 2. Grounded to short and struck out. That means he's due, right?
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball foul down the first base line. Count holds at 1-2. Lots of sports coming up this weekend. Besides today's games, we have some football action on NLWN-2 tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Our second baseman moves over, makes the catch for the final out. So the Vikings go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. The final score, the Durand Arkansaw Panthers 2, and the Vikings got shut out. And we will have Viking Download coming up right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Thank you for joining us for today's Colfax Vikings baseball game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. This has been presented for the private listening and viewing use of the tuned-in audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network, LLC, and Colfax High School is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned! Coming up next is Viking Download, where we take a look back at today's Colfax Viking game.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Time now for Viking Download with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
Well, we're back here at Colfax High School where the Vikings split the action today with the Durand Arkansaw Panthers. Vikings winning the suspended game by a score of 7-6, and then Panthers come back to win the nightcap 2-0.
Yeah, two evenly matched.
They were.
Yeah, two evenly matched
both teams looking to try to find a way to get the bats to come alive, and neither team really did it today because we saw some very good pitching by both teams.
Both teams, and we talked about Mason Yarrington's only mistake was maybe that hit by pitch that ended up scoring, and the Weber kid advancing him to third, and then that Paschal having that hard hit to give him an insurance run. But I think Durand, their ability to make the plays and no errors, and they had a little bit of a losing streak, so I'm sure it's a big win for them, but fun to watch as always. And
well, we were kind of hoping to break up the tie a little bit, but guess what? We didn't.
No, 7-7 there, yeah.
So both
no,
teams
actually
are,
8-7, yeah.
Both teams are 3-6 in the conference now, and but they've still got a shot to get to that 500 mark before it's all said and done.
Yeah, just keep improving. You had talked about how young Colfax is, and and I started to talk about the respect for like Kate Anderson and the Yarrington, the two seniors. What good kids! What a way to build a program. The two kids that hung in there, and I like them too a lot, and they're going to win some more games before the end of the year, Rick, and they got the league leader on Monday, and just go in there and battle and play hard and nothing to lose.
I went to that game down in Elk Mound when the Vikings played them down there.
Yeah.
They didn't give any quarter to the Mounders. They lost it. It was like 5-0 or something. But it's not like Elk Mound pounded the ball on Colfax, and the Vikings just couldn't hit the Elk Mound pitching.
Yeah.
And if they can get some guys to get the bats to heat up a little bit, it's not going to. They're making contact, but they're hitting a lot of atom balls.
Yeah. They just got to hit a few more on the barrel. It seems like too many handle shots and end of the bat, and I think our pitching staff with Yarrington and Hedela can keep you in any game. But we'll just we've talked about this a lot. Just roll up your sleeves, have good practices, and try to get better in every phase of the game, and you'll see progress.
So the winning pitcher in this game was Cody Brunko for the Durand Arkansaw Panthers. Save goes to Brett Breedung, and the losing pitcher was Mason Yarrington. We will be talking with Kirk Seacraw in just a couple of minutes, so we'll take this time out on NLWN-TV.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour, if we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old. But I am a camping influencer. You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson along with Joe Doucette and Monroe on the computer. Dan Petchow on the camera. And joining us right now is Ben Anderson, assistant coach for the Vikings. Well, Ben, you got a split today. That was a tough one to drop. But, boy, that was an entertaining baseball game.
Yeah, second game was
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not hearing you on this microphone. Here, let me take a quick peek at that. Joe, I'll tell you what. Why don't you take your headset off and just give that to Ben, and we'll just do it that way. And now we've got Ben.
Yeah, that second game was a tough one. Just couldn't get the bats going. Pitchers threw strikes, which was great to see. But
in fact, both teams had outstanding pitching performances in that game.
Great pitchers. I I don't think there was more than 3 walks combined between both teams. So yeah, played well. Happy to see that we got that first one. That was kind of the pressure breaker, but we just couldn't get that timely hit tonight to pull us ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking at the book, and you're actually overestimating it with 3 walks because your guys didn't give up a walk, unless you count the hit by pitch.
Nice.
And Mason drew a walk, as did Cade, and those are the only 2 walks that Durand gave up.
Correct. Yeah. No. I mean, we pitched great. I don't, and I'm guessing, but that second game, I don't think they had more than 2 hits. Durand didn't have. So I think both our runs were unearned, or close to it. So.
Yeah, the second one definitely was unearned because he got on an error.
Yep.
And the first one, Joe and I were talking about this one. I think that's probably going to go in the book as an earned run. He's on but hit by a pitch. That doesn't hurt it as far as being an earned run.
Yep.
And he scored on the error at first, but he was going to score anyway.
Yeah.
On that. I don't think the error affected the score.
I get you.
So that goes as an earned run.
Yep.
And
yep.
so, but still, we were talking about this too. The one mistake Mason made, hitting the batter.
Right.
And
Mason pitched great.
he
has the last 5-6 games. He's really stepped up as our senior leader for pitching and throwing strikes, not walking many guys. He's got his curveball working better. Struggled with it a little bit today, but was able to figure out a way around with that curveball. Got it breaking. I mean, they're top hitters. We were able to hold tight, and our bottom of our order hit the ball better than the top of our order today. So we just got to work together as a team. We got to come up with those runs when we can.
Yeah, nice 2-hit day for Grant Cook.
Yeah.
One, he showed what you can preach this all the time to kids. Come out of that batter's box hot.
Yep.
And go hard first, because you never know. And that's what happened. He hit that
nice
soft
double.
little ground ball that
yeah.
died in the grass, and
for sure.
And he just barely beat it out to
Yep.
first, but it was an infield hit.
Great hustle. Love seeing that.
It was basically a check swing double out to the right field fence.
Yeah, he's got some strength in him. So if he pulls one, he can hit it a long ways. Prove that in Boyceville. So he hit the ball well. You can maybe tell me, but I don't think we had much more than 4 or 5 Ks either. Maybe at the end we had a couple, but we got to get that mentality when we get a guy on third that we got to figure out a way to get him in. And it's just
and that was the other thing. And I don't mean to be picking on Grant Cook here, but he was on third and
had a chance.
I think it was Connor.
Yep.
Grounded the ball to third, and that was also a dying quail there in the grass, and they picked it up and didn't even look him back to third. Threw the ball to first, and he went back to third.
Yep, that was a
he should have
one.
broken to the plate right then and there.
Yep.
But he's a freshman. And this is where
this is a big jump for him.
Yeah,
this is a big jump, no doubt.
So
we had a couple of those. We had a guy on with Zach hitting the ball to right center. Guy makes a dive and play, and that gets by him. That's a triple. We score a run there. We probably score one more with Zach. We had our chances on a couple of them.
Yeah, in fact, I remember talking to Joe about that one that got caught on Zach. That was in the first inning, in fact. I said, he kind of robbed him of a double. You gave him a triple, so I think he'll go with you.
I think he gets a triple on that. That right fielder wasn't anywhere close. Mason hit a hard line drive or a hard grounder. The first baseman kind of fell in front of and knocked it down, stopped it. That scores a run on. We had a guy on second there. So we had our chances. We were close, but we just got to figure out ways to get them across. We faced Cody before, who pitched for them first few innings, and we know what he's got. We know we can hit him. We just got to find ways.
But that's been kind of the bugaboo for the Vikings all season.
For sure, our hitting is definitely our down point. But we're young.
Yeah.
we got 4 juniors and seniors. So it's a big and the consistency's not there, and that's what you see out of young players.
But you came away with a split today, and that's not the worst thing in the world. And so now you get ready for the big boys.
Yeah, Elk Mountain's going to be a tough one.
They will be. But you know what? You guys played them tough at Elk Mountain. You just couldn't buy any hits. But,
right. They got 3 really good pitchers, so whoever they throw, 4 really good pitchers with Braden. So whoever they throw.
One of their ball players is going to be on NLWN-TV basically all summer long.
Yep.
That's Caden Russo's going to be playing with the Cavaliers this summer.
Great ball player, great pitcher. Haven't seen him pitch yet, but Vic's pitched against us. Great pitcher. But nothing that we can't hit. We're getting better hitting. The first part of the year, we struggled in the bottom part of our order. Now our bottom part of our order is picking at least putting the ball in play, which is putting pressure on them. Now our top of our order has got to step up and show that they're the leaders.
All right. Well, congratulations on the win in the first game, and well, thank you for the entertaining baseball in the second game. Let's put it that way.
They were 2 really good games. Can't complain. Thank you. Appreciate
and thank you for joining us, and we'll be back with final wrap-up right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Sunday, May 5th, as the Cavaliers take on the Osseo Merchants from Carson Park. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 12 noon, followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV on Sunday, May 5th.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson, Ann Monroe, Joe Doucette, and Dan Petchow bringing you, well, we brought you all the action of today's game. Joe, your thoughts about the ball game today?
Some of the things he said, they had chances to evenly match teams, and Durand made a few nice plays to keep us off the scoreboard, but got a bunch of great kids, young kids, and we talked about those two seniors, his son and Mason Yarrington, what type of leaders they are, and the good job Coach Seeker does, and Coach Anderson, and looking forward to Monday.
And this team, you're right, this team is not done winning this year, and they're going to come around.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
So, make sure you join us, because the next Viking game will be on Monday the 6th. That's weather permitting, of course. We've had to put that disclaimer in there all season, actually. Vikings are going to be hosting the conference-leading Elk Mounders. The In the Bullpen show begins at 4:40 with live play-by-play action to follow. Don't forget to join us on NLWN-2 on Saturday, May 4th, as we're excited to bring you Chippewa Valley Phoenix semi-pro football. The Phoenix will be taking on the Southern Lakes Blue Devils at Carson Park in Eau Claire. Pre-game show, Phoenix Rising, will begin at 6:30 p.m. with live play-by-play to follow. That's Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on May 4th on NLWN-2. And also be sure to join us right here on NLWN-TV on Sunday as we bring you the Eau Claire Cavaliers opening their 2024 season by taking on the defending Chippewa River League Baseball champion Osseo Merchants from Carson Park in Eau Claire. The In the Dugout show will begin at 12 noon, followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on Sunday, May 5th on NLWN-TV. And also on Monday, the Viking girls softball team, the conference-leading Viking girls softball team,
having a great year.
Take on the Elk Mound Mounders here at Colfax. Action starts with the first pitch at 5 p.m. Tonight's Colfax Viking baseball game has been brought to you by H&H Plumbing, C&K Construction, Kyle's Market in Colfax, Dairy State Bank, American Yard Restoration of Colfax, Whitetail Golf, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Synergy Co-op in Colfax, Anderson Bridges, Pleasant Valley Properties, Slayton's Technology, IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network, Menominee Eye and Optical, Logslet Plumbing, Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, and Transport Garage in Altoona. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking baseball on NLWN-TV. So for Ann Monroe, Joe Doucette, and Dan Petchow, this is Rick Olson. That final score, once again, in the suspended game, it was the Vikings 7 and the Durand Arkansaw Panthers 6. And in the regular scheduled game, it was the Durand Arkansaw Panthers 2 and the Vikings 0. You've been tuned to Viking Download on NLWN-TV.
You've been watching Viking Download with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV.
Hey, Dan, they got dogs out here. Get out here.
Okay, let me know when you're finished uploading.
Is it done?
I think so, yeah. You're bringing all the way out?
Okay.
Go right ahead. Oh, that's right, this records.